Kathy grew up in Evansville, Indiana, and started her nursing degree there, but she ultimately transferred to IUPUI.
It was very exciting to be at the IU campus after having spent my entire life in Evansville and to be on such an exciting medical campus.
It was there that Kathy met her husband, Gary.
On our first date, we went to T.C. Steele State Historic Site and went hiking. There are two trails, one called Wildflowers and one called Trail of Silences. The next day, he arrived with two themes that he had written, one called Wildflower and one called Trail of Silences. And, you know, I was immediately smitten. Music it was so much a part of his life, it has become a part of mine. When we moved to Philadelphia in 1975, Gary took me to my first ballet, and I was moved beyond words. I still am when I think about it, by the beauty of ballet. It wasn't until the 90s that I started donating my time and money to Pennsylvania Ballet that I started to get more involved. And of course, the more you raise your hand, the more you're asked, and I ended up on the board in 2000 and chairman of the board in 2004.
The former executive director of the Pennsylvania Ballet praised Kathy's involvement by saying, "Her commitment, passion for our mission, and incredible generosity were not only rare, they were remarkable." But Kathy's volunteer duties didn't end with the Pennsylvania Ballet.
I was chair of the development committee and vice president of the board of Project Home. The home in Project Home stands for housing, opportunities for employment, medical care, and education. That's what appealed to me, was the whole package.
Sister Mary Scullion, executive director of Project Home, remarked, "Kathy exemplified in every way the Project Home mission that none of us are home until all of us are home."
In many situations, a volunteer job is something that's extraneous to an organization. But the volunteer jobs I started to take on became the buck stops here kind of volunteer jobs. They were critical to the success of the organization, and that's when it felt the most meaningful, and it felt like a professional commitment.
My first impression, and actually remains my impression, I can sum up in really one word, and that's grace. And a couple variations on that: gracious, graceful, and those words aren't very far from the word gratitude, which is, I think, what she expresses with her engagement with Indiana University and with her philanthropy.
Since returning to Indiana, Kathy has played an integral part in bringing new life to the Brown County Playhouse.
I'm very happy to have been part of a team that has taken the Playhouse from a dark hole on Van Buren Street into something that's alive 4 days a week.
Kathy and her husband Gary set up a scholarship for the Jacobs School of Music with a specific mission.
We wanted to provide Gwyn Richards, the dean, with a way to, on his own initiative, be able to offer a student, a very special student, at the drop of a hat, a scholarship when the moment might come up.
Kathy's husband also found a very meaningful way to celebrate a special occasion by establishing the Kathy Ziliak Anderson Chair in Ballet at the Jacobs School of Music.
Well, that was a total surprise to me. It was for our wedding anniversary. Gary, he's interested in impact with his giving, so he realized that endowing a chair, it would allow me to have my name associated with ballet forever. It would allow the school to put some needed resources into the ballet department. And it was a way of giving to Indiana University that was interesting and unique. It's the only endowed chair in the world in ballet.
Money has to come from somewhere. Here comes the spirit of American people who take things in their hands and do it. Gary and Kathy Anderson arrived and did it.
With Miss Verdi being holding the chair, I feel just, so delighted that she is the person that was chosen to be the first holder of this chair.
I'm more than grateful, more than I can say.
Years from now will be looked back on as a major turning point if I can use that metaphor for ballet, in the increasing quality of an already very good program.
It gives us a chance to do wonderful works and to be able to invite people to work with us to make sure that the performances are at their best.
She cares genuinely, authentically about her alma mater and about her community. And that, to me, is the essence of distinguished service.
I feel that it is an amazing recognition and an understanding of a lifetime, really, of commitment to the community. And it's very thrilling to have been selected.